The most dangerous footwork pattern that you can do in tennis is to backpedal. And backpedaling basically means that you're running backward with your toes pointed forward. And you never want to do that in tennis because you could seriously get injured and you're really not going to go anywhere. You're not going to go fast anyway with backpedaling. And why is it dangerous? Well, basically because if you're running backwards on the court, say you're up at net here and running backwards, you could just fall on your head. And I've heard a couple stories where someone was backpedaling on an overhead and they fell and they hit their head and they went to the hospital. And I don't know anybody dying from it, but you could certainly die from it. I mean, if you crack your skull, that's pretty much, you're done, right? So you never want to backpedal in tennis. And you could say that, maybe running around your backhand to hit a forehand, is that backpedaling? No, that is more like running sideways or doing a crossover step and just kind of running sideways while staying turned. That is not exactly backpedaling. So you don't want to backpedal in tennis. Never, ever, ever do it. It's just dangerous and something that you should never do. But what should you do, right? So say so this is me. I'm about to hit this forehand approach and Scott's here at the back here. And so when I hit this forehand, Scott hits this pretty good lob, right? Pretty good lob that goes over my head. Now what do you do? So I identified that it's a lob that's going to go over my head, probably going to go to the baseline. I turn first. So notice how I turn sideways first. You don't want to have your chest pointed to the front. Point your chest sideways, and then I run back. So just take a look at my feet now. I'm running back while having my torso to the front looking at the ball. You are twisted up a little bit, but it's really not that hard to do. You're just running forward while facing to the front, facing the ball or facing your opponent. And so I'm running, my feet is pointed towards the back fence, but my torso is pointed towards the ball. And I'm looking, I'm running, I'm trying to get around it. And here, I could now hit a forehand ground stroke, or I could do an overhead. I chose to do a forehand ground stroke. And when this point ends here, I have an opportunity to just rip it up the line, a forehand inside in for the winner. So whenever you see a ball that goes over your head and you're trying to run after it, never backpedal. I see this mistake many times also in the junior level. They're just on the ground stroke. Maybe sometimes they're on the baseline itself and they're just running to the back fence. You don't want to backpedal there. You don't want to backpedal anywhere. You want to run, turn sideways, and if you need to run to the back fence, point your toes towards the back fence. Run that way while your torso is twisted, looking after the ball. Probably the most dangerous thing that you could do in tennis is to backpedal. So if you are backpedaling in tennis, make sure to just get that out. Get that out right away and never do that again. If you enjoyed this video, kindly do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.